The idea we set up about 3 years ago, and we've been gradually building it up and getting producers and consumers to talk to each other about how that cooperative might work. And now we've got funding from the local food fund, which is lottery money, to help us to run it for the first 3 years until it's self-sufficient. Once it's built up to a certain trading level, it will be self-sufficient and it won't need any external funding. So Stroudco has been set up as a model. We are hoping that it will provide people in Stroud with an alternative to supermarkets. But we are setting up that model in order for it to be copied, and we want people to copy it. So last October we started trading. We're already trading over our target. We've got producers delivering produce on a Saturday morning to this school hall here in the top of Stroud, and we've got consumers collecting that produce in the afternoon. The prices of all the products are below retail price but above wholesale price. So the producers get a better deal than selling it wholesale, but the consumers get a better deal than buying it from the shops.
We're an organic dairy, and I've got dairy produce basically. It's cheese and milk usually that I supply to the food hub. We have a shop ourselves in the village where we live, and if we could sell all our produce through the shop to all the people who live in Minchinhampton, we wouldn't need to sell it anywhere else. And at the same time, they would have access to organic local stuff at a fair price, and we would make a better living than we do by selling it wholesale to the dairy. It's so much easier for people to go and park at a supermarket and buy everything in one stop. People who are foodies, such as ourselves and other people involved in this kind of thing, make an effort to go and source local food and humanely reared livestock and sustainably produced food because it matters to us. Obviously it matters to everybody, but really they don't want to spend their life sourcing food. They want to live their life doing what they want to do and buy their food quickly on a Friday evening or whenever they do it. So you have to kind of try and overcome that really, but it doesn't have to be difficult. And in a way, by the food hub, you can order online and you can get a lot of the stuff that you would buy elsewhere all in one stop, which is exactly like going to the supermarket really. Plus the fact it's just so sustainable.
I read a book called Not on the Label, and the whole bit about food transportation, the amount that stuff is moved around the nation on motorways was phenomenal. And then I started looking on the motorway, lorry after lorry, it was just moving food from A to B, so really sort of came home to me. So yeah, that's why really, that's the main reason.
Are you a hippie?
No.
So can you explain to me?
I've got hippie tendencies. I go to festivals and always buy a hippie outfit, which I then never wear till the next festival. You know, it is usually more expensive. This isn't that expensive. But yes, it would be cheaper to go to Tesco and buy something from hundreds of miles away, factory farmed, goodness knows. So to a certain extent it is a bit of a luxury still. But yeah, the more it happens, the more accessible it will be and the cheaper it will be, and it's, you know, it's moving, it's changing all the time. You know, the price difference when you are in a supermarket between the organic and the not organic is much smaller now.
Well, I bought a veg box which is produced I think within the 25 miles of this area, so mixed food, vegetables that's in season. It's really easy. You go online and they have a list of all the produce that's available, and it's like any online shopping. There's a couple of clicks and you do it, and you transfer the money over from your bank account. So it's very easy. It's actually easy because you can come and bring the car right up here and load everything into the cart without having to carry it around town.
These are belly strips, and this is half a leg of lamb, and this is some boneless leg of pork.
So that'll be my meat and my cream and my milk, which we bring the bags back, and all these fillers and stuff. So really local dairy farm, obviously doing the cream and the milk. And this is my meat and my bacon, loads of bacon. Marvellous, look at that. Sausages, Viaduct Farm, Frampton Mansell, which is about 15 minutes from here. So, and they're all frozen and they'll stay frozen in this, and I'll have them when I want. And what have I got in here? This must be my bread. Look at that. Yay. So nice. Whatever overnight is. There's something about how long the yeast is left in, I don't know. But it's meant to taste good.
We're not trying to take away business from the local shops in Stroud. We're targeting all our publicity at Tesco shoppers, basically. The Stroudco logo mirrors the Tesco logo as closely as we can without infringing any copyright. And we have occasional events where they come and meet the producers, either at the producers' farms, where they go along and do a bit of useful work on the farm, or have a tasting event and several producers bring their produce and meet the consumers and so on. So we're trying to build a relationship between the producers and consumers, where the producers can get to know the consumers and vice versa, and the consumers can start to understand a little bit about what it's like to produce local food and why we can't produce strawberries in January and why you can't have courgettes all year round. The supermarkets have done a very, very good job of persuading people they can have cheap food, they can have whatever food they like, whenever they like, and it's all very easy. That is not the reality of producing food, and I believe that when the oil runs out, people will start to understand that.
Where to go?
I'm one of the producers on Stroudco, and I sell beef and bacon, sausages, some trees, manure. I hope to be able to sell a lot through Stroudco. That's as a marketing tool for the small local producer. It seems like a very useful tool, and it's a great way of promoting local food to people, and also involving some people in the farm. They know where the food's coming from. They have open days so they can come and visit.
Obviously I've got small children, and we are on a budget in our house, but I do like to get the odd little bit and piece from Stroudco to support people like Colin and other small local producers, but obviously I do have to go and shop in cheap shops as well. I think as a mother I've got the advantage that I can shop around a bit more. And I just don't see why you should have to go to South Africa to get some strawberries when you can grow them here in the summer. And it's the local thing that appealed to me, I think, the fact that it's local food, grown locally, made locally, grown nicely and organically if need be, or friendly with the animals. Passionately against intensive farming, so local kind producing farmers like this one really appeal to me. We sort of balance it. We have a little bit of the ethical thing, and we also have to shop at other shops as well.
I think there is a future for farming which can be small scale, but it has to become more profitable, and supermarkets are not part of the picture. So we need to find some way of connecting the public with the land, with the farms, and get the marketing directly to them.
We're trying to build up Stroudco so that we have got as wide a basket of produce as possible, so that people can get most of their shopping here. But we will never be able to compete with Tesco. What we need to do is to help people realise that they do need to support their local producers. If the supermarkets succeed in wiping out all the small local producers, when the oil does run out, there will be no food grown in this local area. We'll have depended on imports from Poland and Africa and so on, which is where the cheap food comes from. And there won't be any food being grown here. The expertise will be lost. So what we're trying to do is to build a stronger local food economy by supporting those local producers and actually encouraging new producers to set up.
You can just go online and you can get the produce you want. It's very easy to do, and then you just turn up on a Saturday. And we're even trying to get kind of local neighbours just doing one collection for several people, so that helps as well. But yeah, and it's getting there. It's growing and stuff. There's a lot of enthusiasm around it, so yeah, it's good.
And already there are one or two other groups around the country who are copying Stroudco. My vision is to have a food hub in every school hall in the UK and every community hall, anywhere where there's a big enough space to do the sorting of the food. I would like people to be taking this model and using it. And we're really encouraging people to copy it. Have a look at our website, stroudco.org.uk, and there's lots of stuff on there about how we set up Stroudco, and we'd really encourage you to download it, give us a call, send us an email, and we'll support you in setting up your food hub.